Romo returns. And yesterday, Tony Romo returned to the football field, finally played one series, completing 3 or 4 passes on an 81-yard scoring drive. Then he took a seat and watched Mark Sanchez come in and do what he does, lead him to a loss. Here's Romo after the game.
I just feel like I've been practicing well, and you just wanted to go out and, prove to yourself, prove it to your coaches, teammates, that you can go and be the same guy.
All right, T.O., he looked good, but does that mean anything?
I think it does. I think going into the postseason, you think about anything can happen. You think if anything happens to Dak Prescott, you have a backup quarterback in Tony Romo. To me, he's not a backup quarterback because he's been there. He's done that. So he definitely has that experience. But again, not knowing what his foreseeable future is, looking for the future, this is an audition for him for many teams out there that saw what he did on this particular drive.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously he's the best backup quarterback in the NFL. Duh. With that said, I think it answered one question for him. Who was confident, even in a relief role, is the question of, am I going to be rusty? I don't care who you are. Right. You take that type of layoff, there's a part of you that's having a conversation saying, how will I hit the field? Will I hit the ground running? Or will it take me a few series or maybe even a game to get right? And in the playoffs, you're not afforded that extra game. So I think in terms of his confidence, as high as it was, it got boosted by that performance.
I don't really think it was a question of was he rusty. I think he went out there with really a chip on his shoulder, really just to kind of quiet the critics out there that had said, okay, this is Dak Prescott's team. This is his team for the future. There's no more Tony Romo. This right here is an eye-opener for everybody and all the naysayers out there. Like, yo, this is Tony the quarterback, the backup role. No, Tony came out with the vengeance.
Did he tell you that? Because you saying that was such conviction, dog. Come on.
He came out there with a chip on his shoulder, like, yo, I haven't gone anywhere. I just been on the shelf, but I still got it.
Okay, so you've been in this experience before. We obviously know your Super Bowl year when you guys went on the run. You were injured latter part of the season, but came back in the Super Bowl. That mindset, because that seems like what Tony Romo, everyone was saying, T.O., is he going to be ready for the Super Bowl or not? We saw you ball out, best player on the field. What is that mindset?
It is. It's a mindset of really kind of proving to yourself, number one, you've listened to all the critics all year long. Again, for Tony Romo to be in this position, it's out of character for him. So for him to step on that football field and really show that he could come out there and play and do the things that probably people thought that is on a decline, for him, that's a big confidence booster for himself, but not only for him, but Jerry Jones. He's been an advocate for Tony Romo, even disrespecting Dak Prescott with the way he's played and put this team in position to be on a Super Bowl run. Tony Romo is ready to play.
Now, you talk about disrespect. Let's get to the most disrespectful thing I've seen in a while. Let's talk about some chain snatching. And yesterday, Akeem Talib and Michael Crabtree got into it, which resulted in Talib snatching Crabtree's chain off his neck in the most disrespectful punk move I've ever seen. Here's Talib after the game explaining it.
Been wearing that chain all year, man. It just been growing on me. So I said if he wear that chain in front of me, I'm gonna snatch it off. So he wore it in front of me, so I had to snatch it off.
What did he say to the bill, man?
Oh, he started crying to the ref. He called for the ref. He ain't say nothing to me, though.
Now, like I said, this is the most punk move I've ever seen, T.O. Now, it's hard to call a dude a punk, and I'm not trying to go there on him, but this is a punk move. Look, he shot himself before, so I don't think he got too much punk in him. Dude, crazy. But how crazy can you get when you are in a football game? This is a violation of our fraternity, our creed, which is, look, we're going to ball out. I'm going to try and do as much as I can out here, but go home to your family, go home to your life. I'll go home to my life, and all is good. This reminds me, T.O., of cats that grew up where I grew up in Compton. But then they move out, and they move to the burbs. And guess what happens when they move to the suburbs? They couldn't handle Compton. They wasn't tough in Compton, but they tough in them suburbs. He gonna bring that kind of gangster craziness to a football game, to me, is just obscene.
The fact that it was premeditated, then he goes into the press conference and even brag about it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the ultimate disrespect right there. For me, I mean, I need a cuss button on it.
You need it.
I need one of
KG's button, right?
Man, this is ridiculous to me, man. I think this is poor sportsmanship. It's a lack of class. I'm very surprised. I'm very shocked in this behavior.
Yeah, I mean, it's so out of bounds. I'm kind of dumbfounded. Like, there's no example that I've ever seen where a guy's like you said, premeditated. disrespectful and just out of place. There's no time and place where you say, I'm going to snatch your chain, because you don't know where he got that chain from. You don't know if that charm is of honor from the family. You don't know what the hell. You don't know what swap meet he got it from. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go snag it.
Yeah, it could have been a sentimental value or something. It could have been from his mom, his grandmother. You never know why he had the chain on. But regardless of that, you just don't do anything like that. Like you said, it's out of bounds.
It's so out of bounds.
There's no place for it.
Yeah, and then to brag about it, come on, big dog.
Come on, Keith.
All right, let's move on, man, because that's just insane.
Really?
Yesterday, Kirk Cousins threw 2 costly interceptions in a must-win game for Washington against the New York Giants. Cousins is again set to become a free agent this offseason. And Barry Zverluga writes, what the crowd at FedEx Field wanted out of Sunday was a relaxing, satisfying victory over a team that didn't have much to play for. What they got instead was this uneasy feeling of not being able to emotionally commit to the most important player on the team. T.O., you're running the Redskins. Would you make a big commitment to Kirk Cousins this offseason? Come on, man.
This is a tough one, man.
How?
This is tough, man. I mean, in a situation like this, you're going into the postseason or have the chance to, and you have a quarterback, again, that you're relying on to move your team down the field and make critical plays.
Yep.
Again, I saw the last interception where he got pressure, and then he tried to really kind of pass across his body, and a costly interception at that to really they could have won the game or tied the game. I don't know if I'm giving him the keys right away.
Now, see, I disagree with you, and I know I'm giving him the keys. First of all, you got to think this is not a prisoner of the moment decision. You're not making this decision based on a yesterday performance. This is to trust a guy for 4 to 6 years going forward, and then you have to look at the entire body of work. His entire body of work supports Kirk Cousins as a starter in this league, and a good starter. Now, if you want to base this on anything else, look at those numbers right there. And not so great in clutch time, but we're talking about body of work time. And guess what? This team is not ready to win a Super Bowl just yet, but they're certainly close. If you restart this franchise by getting another quarterback, and who's out there? Name the quarterbacks that people are talking about next year. Tony Romo. Come on, you gonna start this season off next year with Tony Romo when you got all that young talent? No, you go with Kirk Cousins.
Did you not see what Tony Romo did yesterday?
Yeah, in one drive. How long is that gonna last?
Have you seen Tony's body of work?
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay, you want to go there on Tony Romo? Of his last 6 games, 3 of them he got injured. 6 games, 3 of them got injured. He didn't get injured yesterday. He only did 1 drive. He gets hurt a lot.
You put that clip up of his production in the last 2 minutes of the game. It's not good. It's not good. You need a crunch time. You need a crunch player in that position. You think about
what about the rest of the time? What about the other 58 minutes of the game? What about those minutes?
You may not even have Deshaun Jackson. He's talking about possibly going back to Philadelphia.
That's real.
So again, you got to look at I understand the body of work, but you got to understand the pieces that are around him. You take Deshaun Jackson off that team. Pierre Garçon has been mediocre this year. Mm-hmm. Who is he going to throw to?
Jordan Reed. You throw it to Jordan Reed. You keep Kirk Cousins. You don't lose Deshaun Jackson and your franchise quarterback. You got to keep one of those pieces.
You're going to throw it to a tight end heavy team?
It happens in New England. Bad news. It's time for 3 jeers. 1 jeer for Blake Bortles. What you done did, boy? Coach Jags, Bortles throws a terrible pass that hits the defender right in the nugget, right in the dome. That's it. Well, what they say? Every pass that hits you in the hands, you're supposed to catch. What about your head, T.O.?
It happens. Hey, he's using his head.
You probably got hit in the head before. 2 jeers for a referee. UNC Stanford, the ref can't get out of the quarterback's way and ends up forcing a fumble. Lord, you ever run into a ref, T.O., with the ball in your hand?
No. I tried to use them as an extra defender, though.
Oh, on purpose, huh?
Exactly. I have a high IQ.
Okay, that's one way to measure it. 3 jeers for Rashawn Evans. Check out Evans completely eat it. Trying to run up to the SEC set.
Did you see Marcus Spears? Did you see the catch, though? It was a little delayed. But, hey, he was there, though. He was there.
I like the fact that he owned it. He ain't even tripping. Coming up, a Clemson player got a little extra handsy against Ohio State over the weekend. We analyze all the details next. All the details? Really?
That's wrong.
That's so nasty. This is Sports Nation. Well, welcome back. T.O. is still with me, and joining us now is El Hassan. How you feeling, big dog? You look suited and booted. Nice.
Yeah, actually, this is the same clothes I was wearing on 31st.
I'm about to say your New Year's.
I haven't changed yet.
I don't see any champagne stains on you, though. You all right? All right, let's get back into it, guys. During Saturday's Fiesta Bowl, Clemson's Christian Wilkins appear to grab Ohio State's Curtis Samuel's man region. Oh my God, after he was tackled at the line of scrimmage. Wilkins has since apologized, saying, quote, let's hear this. I was being silly, and I apologize for that. It's stuff you do when you're competing, really. I know it's not a good look. I shook hands with him after the game. There were no hard feelings.
I hope not.
I hope not. You would know if he had some hard feelings. Let me T.O., stop it. All right, in all my years of sports, real talk, from every level of playing, I have never seen this. I have never done this. I've never been a part of this or the victim to this. I don't understand what this is, because this is not us going out there and having horseplay or slapping somebody on the butt or saying, oh, you know what, at the bottom of the pile, let me grab you and let you know, ouch.
Yeah.
This is a rub, a caress.
Surgeon.
Yeah, makes you say, ooh. And I just don't understand where he is even thinking this is competition, thinking this is a part of the game. I don't even find anything funny about this. This is crazy.
I'm having a hard time with this one, man. I'm questioning this guy's tendencies, man. on the real. And again, for me, man,
I get it.
I understand in high school you have your coaches telling you, don't be grabbed. Stuff like that.
Yep.
This right here is to another level, man.
Real talk. This ain't horseplay. This is playing with the horse.
Do stuff like that.
It's a little different.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with this.
Yeah,
one.
you gotta say what's up.
So in the NBA, it used to say John Stockton said the dirty screens, because they said, like, when you come in, he would have his fist out and he'd hit you below the belt. And a lot of guys, old school guys, would do this. But there's a difference between hitting somebody, which is also, I think, crossing the line, and that dude was searching. Like, he grabbed and they're like, nope, that wasn't what I was looking for. I'm gonna get. He's going rummaging around down there until he got what he was looking for. And the play was over, by the way. It wasn't like you're gonna affect anything that happens from here on out.
I need a cuss button, man. I'm telling you, man.
Look, we've been out of college for a while. Me, 20 years this year. And I admit that it's been a while. Maybe I don't know what the youngsters are really up to, but where they do that at? Like, I have not seen that.
Blame Young Thug, man. That's what you're trying to do right now.
What are the ramifications for doing something like this? I mean, has there been a suspension?
Something should come.
Something should come of this, because this can't be tolerated. And
something should come, something will come. But let's get off of this and let's get to something else. Somebody else who got touched up this weekend. Ronda Rousey. Woo, you lost to Amanda Nunes in a 48-second beatdown on Saturday at UFC 207. This was Rousey's first fight since a devastating loss to Holly Holm over a year ago. This second straight loss, I think, tanks her legacy. And I tell you why. We've talked about greats who have fallen off the cliff before. Let's talk about Mike Tyson. Let's talk about even Roy Jones still out there fighting, or Bernard Hopkins. Greats who then, when they fall off the cliff, we say, forget the end. Let's go back to their great moments, and we respect and revere them. That's not Ronda Rousey. Because think about Ronda Rousey. When she was great, everyone was saying, who are you fighting? What are you doing? Oh, and then finally the whole universe paid attention to Ronda Rousey.
Right.
And as soon as we paid attention, we saw Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes do what they did to her and make us say, you know what? All those conversations of the baddest woman walking the earth, better than Layla Ali, could outbox Layla Ali, could beat up Floyd Mayweather. All of that conversation goes out the window, because I don't think we paid enough attention and gave enough respect to when she was supposedly great.
I totally agree. And what this really says is really kind of points me to the level of competition that she was fighting at that particular time. Now you have Holmes, who knocked her out, and then you have Nunes, who basically I saw some of her clips when she was preparing for this. Dude, I was like, man, this girl is a beast.
Yeah.
But going into this, I don't know. Looking at this clip, it seems like Ronda was still kind of dazed from the last fight. She didn't seem aggressive. Mm-hmm. She didn't seem like that person that really had that chip on her shoulder.
Not that dog in her.
Got knocked out, previously coming into that ring with a lot of fire. It seemed like she was, I don't know what she was waiting on, but she wasn't as aggressive as I expected her.
Her whole thing is, she's not a boxer. She's a grappler, right?
Yep.
Bring him to the ground. She's trying to box right there. And she got knocked out. And she got knocked out in the fight before that because she kept that space. I don't understand the strategy, but I'll be honest, do we have to give her a little bit of credit for at least making women's MMA a thing that we pay attention
big time credit for that, yes.
Absolutely.
We'll give her that credit, but then will we give her the respect as the fighter? She has to walk around now, if she retires, forever with those things haunting her. And that's going to be the joke. That's going to be the running, I don't think it's going to be running respect.
Right.
I think it's going to be the running mockery of, wow, look what happened to you. You got exposed to that level.
I still respect her. I don't know if she retires or not, but for me, I would get back in that ring one more time. I would.
She don't look like she wants to do that.
You didn't watch Saturday, did you?
She may not want to get back in there, but it was just something about her demeanor, her disposition that, for me, it didn't really say that I'm coming in here to regain my title, to get that belt.
Let's do what Ronda Rousey should do. Let's move on. Move on, and then Dominic Sue and LeGarrette Blount got into it yesterday after Sue appeared to take a shot at Blount after a play. Earlier in the game, Sue also took a shot at a Pats lineman. Here's what Blount had to say after the game about Ndamukong Suh.
There's not many guys in this league that like that guy. I don't even know if it's a lot of guys on that team that like him. He's a dirty player. He's always been a dirty player. He's going to always be a dirty player. There's no room in the game for that.
T.O., what's your reaction to this?
I agree. There's not many people in the league that likes the guy. You messing with a guy like Blount, that's not a guy you want to mess with.
Yeah.
Again,
LeGarrette Blount's at a place now where he can call somebody else dirty after what he went through, which was the dirtiest play we've seen dirtiest post-game incident ever. You get into this situation, I agree, Sue. I like Sue the person, but I don't play anymore. So if I was a player, I probably wouldn't like Sue.
But that's like this is 2017. We still talk about this. Like that's who he's been. Like it's not a newsflash at this point, right? Like this is who he is. And like you said, a lot of people say that Sue as a person,
I like the
fun
dude.
guy,
Yep.
nice guy to be around. Sue on the field, crosses lines. Remember the stomping and all that.
Habitual line stepper. I mean, look at
yeah.
He went to Clemson with that play. I don't know what what's going
What
on.
he just did with Rodgers there, I'm sure that was equivalent to what he did to Blount under that pile.
Right.
Again, trying to be a little bit aggressive, trying to impose a little harm, to a guy. Again, come on, man. You're messing with a guy's livelihood when you do stuff like that.
By the way, does that ever work? Like when dudes try to intimidate and like they'll do something dirty, does that ever work? Do you ever be like, oh man, I'm not going over there again because he's gonna mess me up?
I would want Sue to try that outside of those football lines.
There you go. Yeah. Him and the key to lead. Let's see that outside the game. Let's see what you're doing.
See how far he gets with that outside.
You don't get intimidated, you get irritated. That's all.
Man.
Coming up, Alabama's newest offensive coordinator, my boy Steve Sarkisian, caught on camera eating his boogers. Nasty. We'll discuss if this is an okay thing to do. I think we know the answer. Next. This is Sports Nation.
Both sides.